As Russia faces economic sanctions and restrictions, tensions in the country continue to grow. Russians are divided, with some taking a stand against the war as others flee the country to avoid the uncertainty that lays ahead. Joining us live is a Russian-born man who left the country to avoid being sent to fight his own family in Ukraine. Now, I just want to be clear for our viewers as well. You've asked that we do not identify you. You're okay to be on camera, but you don't want your name to be used. Thank you so much for joining us here this morning and taking the time out.
Hello, hi, thank you.
Now, tell us, why did you decide to flee Russia when you did?
There are two main reasons. First of all, people my age, young guys, were basically sent to battlefield to fight the war that Putin wants, and no normal Russian guy my age, nobody supports that. Nobody wants to fight innocent people and kill Ukrainian soldiers or innocent people. And the second reason is basically Russia under the Putin's politics. It doesn't have future because nobody wants to have business with us. Nobody wants to commute with Russia. So yeah, that's basically why I fled.
Right. And, your first reason, not wanting to be sent to fight on behalf of Russia, you have family in Ukraine. So that, of course, you have a deep connection to the country, and you wouldn't want to be sent there to do anything to harm the country, especially, of course, your loved ones who are there.
Yeah, of course. I don't. I have some relatives in Ukraine. I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of people I personally know. I basically all my life I considered Ukraine like a second home. I don't know, because everybody in Russia knows a lot of people in Ukraine, and everybody is somehow connected to this. So when Russians are killing Ukrainians, it's basically, I don't know, it's like killing your own people. It's crazy to do that, to even consider doing that.
Now, you were able to flee as soon as the war started. You do have friends who stayed back in Russia. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the messages that they have been receiving, trying to be recruited to be part of the military advancement on Ukraine?
Yeah, of course. Basically, on 24th of February, I found out that some of my friends, people I know, got the messages from the government telling them that they should go on some sort of military training. But after that, it turned out they were actually sent to Ukraine, and they didn't have phones or internet or anything with them. So basically, some of them, their families don't even know where they are. They just know that they were sent to Ukraine, and that's it. So nobody heard anything from them since then.
Now, we know that in Russia, it's now been made illegal to refer to this invasion as a war. Can you tell us a little bit about how Russian officials have been referring to this invasion within the country? What are they calling it? How are they referring to it?
Actually, it like everything that they do seems like I don't know, one big joke, because everywhere on TV, in newspapers, in magazines, they call this some sort of special operation freeing the Ukraine from Nazis. But I don't know, every normal person understands that there is no Nazis in Ukraine, and Putin just wanted to gain new territories and invade their country.
And did you find that there was a divide, though, that there was a large number of Russians who believed what Putin was saying?
Mainly the people who believe Putin are the older generation, because they are being brainwashed for generations from TV, from newspapers, from everywhere. Everybody tells them that everything Putin does is right, and they are so into that idea, so they actually believe that Putin is right now killing Nazis in Ukraine, and there's nothing bad going on there.
Okay. For you now, we know that there have been a lot of companies who have cut ties with Russia, particularly financial institutions as well. How has that affected you as you have fled the country and you're trying to survive outside of Russia?
It hasn't been very convenient, but it's not my main problem. I can't pay with Apple Pay. I can't use my credit cards, but I managed to cash out all the money I had. I managed to made a new European PayPal. So I'm coping with it. It's not very convenient, but it's not the worst thing in the world, because I know that some people are being under rockets and constantly fearing of death. So it's not the worst thing that could have happened to me.
Now, do you see yourself ever returning to Russia when this is over?
No, maybe only to see my family, but I would much more like to get them to Europe than going back to Russia.
Okay. Once again, thank you so much for your time this morning and for speaking with us, sharing your story. We really do appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
All right. Right now, we're going to send things over to Stephanie Henry for a look at traffic. Steph.